What is up? What is up? What is up? Anybody home? Anybody home? We're gonna play with this Star Wars X-Wing, see if I can get it powered up. Check it out. See if it works. I had an unfortunate experience with my X-Wing, or my TIE fighter of the same series. Straight out of the box, bad motor. So I wanted to replace the motor in my TIE fighter before I could actually battle them. Then find somebody else that can fly one. I don't know how difficult it is to replace the motors in these. They do have awfully small parts. Hey, welcome back, Propel. How you doing, bro? Damn dog of mine scrapes like somebody's killing it if I'm not in the room, which is really weird because all I want to do is darn hump the damn blanket anyway. Yo, 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 what's going on, fellas? Hey, Luke, how's it going, man? I made a rack today, a box rack, 53 shot, dude. It's gonna be crazy because all the tubes are like right next to each other. I will use slow visco on it, but it's still gonna go through pretty quick. But 53 shots should be pretty sweet. Just got to make sure it doesn't chain fire them all because it is like packed in there in that box tightly. Sweet. Did you get any good heavy hitters, bro? Have you posted your vid? Is that what you're saying? I don't know if I've seen your stash or not. Have I commented on it yet? I can't keep track, man. I've seen so many stashes, it's insane. Ah, well, let me know when you get a video up, dude, so I can check it out. It is hard to keep track, man. I try to check out everybody's stashes and stuff for the people that I know, especially the guys that come and support me and everything. But sometimes it's hard to keep track. It really is. I could have swore I've seen yours, but apparently you just put it up, so there's no way. Sweet, sweet. I'll check it out here after I get done with this, man. How'd you make out, man? Did you get a good stash size and stuff? Get the shit that you want mostly? I mean, we never get everything we want, but that's good, man. That's me, man. I always want more, but I gotta say right now, I'm pretty happy with what I got. It's more than enough for a 4th of July show. It's a 4th of July show or two, actually. So I have to be happy. Helped out a lot, man, where I still had a lot of those pro cakes from last year, man. Didn't have to rebuild the more expensive part of my stash, because them 500 cakes, just 500-gram cakes get expensive. Even wholesale. But where I had a big base of those already built up, I didn't really need to get a lot. Hey, Yellow Groove, what's going on? Northwest, how's it going, brother? Just in here playing with these drones and stuff. I put together my CX-20. All I had to do is put the landing gear. The rest of it's programming and putting the props and stuff on. But I'm gonna make sure all the programming and stuff takes before I put blades on it. That's a pro tip, you know. Make sure the programming on the drone works before you put blades on it. Because sometimes, they have tried to go back home to China on their own. Sweetness. Hey, Misery, how's it going, man? I'm checking out this Star Wars X-Wing drone tonight. Gonna power it up, check the motors and stuff, make sure they all work. Did you ever see that giant Weber bug zapper I got, Yellow Group? That thing's awesome. It's before Weber made grills. They made these big 30-inch round bug zappers that I call the Death Star. Son of bitches set bugs on fire. They literally explode when they touch that thing. I got one and it still works. It was on my video I put up with the old can and the bottle I found under my house. You should watch that video sometime. You'll see it. It's big. I got it at a flea market for $7, man. There is a smaller version. The smaller version's worth a couple $100, man. The big one, like what I got's worth like 300 and some bucks. The last I looked it up, anyway. Yeah, brought him back to life right before he friggin' exploded. That's what makes this one cool, though, is where it's round, though. That it's got the power, literally, of the freaking Death Star. I wasn't joking. I mean, I've seen powerful bug zappers and stuff, but this son's a bitch. They explode, then they catch on fire, whatever's left. You don't even have to clean it. There's nothing left. You can't tell that there's bugs underneath it after it's been out for the night. It looks like firecracker confetti underneath it. Yeah, that reminds me of that Beavis and Butthead where they stuck their wang and shit on the bug zapper. I don't know, Yellow Group. You want to try, man? I'll sacrifice a $300 bug zapper to see that. Oh shit, that'd be YouTube gold right there, man. Yellow Groove gets his wang shocked off. The turtle will never come out again. I had a friend of mine pissed on an electric fence one time beside the road by mistake. We pulled off. He'd been drinking beer all night. He pissing off the hillside over the side, just beside the road randomly. It jumped back and fell on his ass, pissed all over himself, Barrett. He pissed on the electric fence. I knew instantly what it was because I was 10 feet away and I could hear the electric arc go whack. It hit him like a bolt right in the junk. It was bad. I was on a cell extraction team one time and saw a guy get shot in the junk with a taser. Went right to the head of his wing. The other lead went into a metal toilet full of water. He said it was a bolt from God. He complied instantly. What it was, man, at the last second, as soon as the trigger was pulled, he jumped straight up in the air like 3 feet. And what was the center of his back suddenly become his junk. And it literally just hit him right in the junk. One lead did. The other one landed in that water. Just, oh God, it was bad. I remember the nurse had to sit there and push it. It was already all the way through his junk, and then she had to cut it off with a pair of fucking pliers like you would a fish. Cut the hook off. I was like, damn. That dude was a really weird religious fanatic that never said a word 364 days of the year. He never said a word. Nothing. Not a word. And then one day of the year, he'd go fucking ape shit. I started timing my days off around it. Yeah, it is a big mistake, man. I beat a guy's ass one time in the lunch line at school for hitting me with one of them sons of bitches. He had it inside of his jacket. He come up behind me and shocked me in the back. I turned around. He was laughing. I beat the shit out of him. I got suspended for a week over that. He didn't think it was funny, but just for about a second, shocked me, man. It instantly pisses me off. I think it pisses anybody off. Yeah, they do. I used to work on TV sets and stuff like that when I was a little kid, and I learned all about capacitors and power supplies at a very young age. Been lit up many times, many times. It was bad one night. My dad come home from work when I was a little kid, and you remember them big floor model stereos that they had back in the day with the record player and 8-track and big piece of furniture, you know? I was inside of it, taking it apart. I could hear the family looking for me and shit. Nobody knew where I was at, and I was in the living room taking the stereo apart from the inside out. Well, it still had power on it and shit. And they're collecting the parts. I was building something. I don't remember what it was. And you know, to this day, my old man still bitches about me destroying that stereo. Yep. To this day, man. And I made this special furniture polish that would remove anything from anything, right? It was the shit. I made my own formula, cleaned my mom's TV, and the sunbitch TV looked awesome. Shined like a diamond for about an hour until the entire wood cabinet turned white. Bleached the finish right out of it. Jacob's Ladder. That's what that's called, Yellow Groove. To this day, man, to this friggin' day, I gotta know, man. He wakes up first thing in the morning looking for something to bitch about. He's just that way. He's been a bastard his whole life. That's just the way he is. He's one of them grumpy assholes. That's his whole thing. I had something basically happen to me, man. I bought a brand new Sony stereo back in the day when they had the ones that would hold like 120 CDs with the carousel and stuff built in. You know, I paid a good amount of money for the stereo. Just had took it out of the box, went to the bathroom to take a piss, come back like literally seconds, and my little girl had done crawled across the room and broke both of the tape decks off of it to where they never would shut again. Had to be taped shut. I'm like, $400 stereo, you know, and it's got tape holding tape doors closed on day one. It's just, you know, damn. I still remember that. So yeah, I guess I thought so. Yeah, it's funny the shit you remember. You're right, man. But I learned from my parents' mistakes. I engaged all my little girl's hobbies and stuff like that with whatever supplies she would needed to pursue those, and she did, which was good for her and it was good for me. Kept her out of my hair, kept her busy with stuff she enjoyed, and now she's a very intelligent, capable girl or woman. She'll be 18 years old in October. No, I ain't making her feel bad, but she is gonna buy me a Corvette when she gets her doctorate. That's my fee for all the schooling and teaching that I've done. I need that Corvette. I bet you she will too if I live long enough. Oh man, I realized a long time ago your children are the most important thing that you'll ever do in this world, regardless of what profession you are or whoever you think you are. The most important are mark children. So you invest everything you can into them. Maybe they can have it a little bit better. Hell, maybe in another 150 years, my family might be somebody. You never know. Yep, and I'll be one of them old guys that I used to laugh at that I'd see with the really nice Corvette that couldn't even get out of it. Yeah, dude, the first one that we had was a Sony, and we paid like $1,100 for it for a VHS. Well, Betamax first. I don't even remember how much that cost. They were expensive, and then the VHS later on, like $700. Had the gigantic movie camera. I still got it over here. The Sony Beta camcorder. The giant movie size. Film crew bastard size thing over here. I've got one of those from back in the day. Still works. That's the crazy part, man. They built stuff back then to actually last. It might have been expensive, but it was well built at least. The thing's probably 39 years old and still works, or 40 or more. I still got my Tandy color computer over there, dude, with the cartridges and everything. It works. I got the full size one over there, but I just got it because it was in good shape. It was an artifact from back in the day, before my time, even with that beta. But the one that I had that was the mini VHS, that used those small cassettes with the flip out screen. I remember paying like $300 for that, and I maybe used it one season, and then the next year it was all about memory cards and stuff. And I'm like, some bitch. Hold on, guys. I gotta go get me a Mountain Dew. Aha, Mountain Dew obtained. I don't bust my ass trying to get back in here. Yeah, mine still works too, but carry it around, the children will laugh at you. Check this out, man. This drive's pretty cool when you open the box. Pretty cool little drone. Each time you open the box, you get a different movie thing. That was cool. There we go. It's hard to do this one-handed. They're clipped in there pretty good. Finally. The drone is free. I do like how it plays the different things from the movie each time you open the box. It's got like 7 different presets. Each one of them in the series does something different, you know. It's like the TIE Fighter. It's got a whole dark side thing going on, you know. With the Imperial March, sounds cool and stuff. Right now, I'm messing with the old TIE Fighter. Get this camera where I can sit it still. Oh shit, my back is stiff. The motor's bad in the TIE Fighter that I got. This is the X-Wing. I've never tried it. That's what I'm getting ready to do. Check it out, make sure everything works. Alright. One of the cool things with these guys is they do come with a blank right here that you put your battery. Let me see how this unclips. Try to do anything online, you know, I'm like blind these days. And I haven't quite learned to keep up with glasses yet. But I'm going to have to make the effort, I do believe. How the hell do I get that thing popped out of there? You know me, I'm afraid to force it. But I'm about ready to. Don't make me read the instructions. See, they put a fake battery in it. That way you don't have to worry about, you know, setting long periods of time and corroding into your stuff, which is good because that does happen. Shit, maybe I'm gonna look at it and see how much of this is actual battery. All right. Don't see any real clip here, unless it's this piece of crap. I will get this thing off. Dude, I don't even see a latch or anything. I see the finger wheels, but is that all you're supposed to do is pry it because it seems to not want to come? Finally. Damn. Gotta take it from the nose. That's just the cover. They didn't come with any explanation or no intuitive explanation on how it comes off. And you take this, you got your battery pack. see if it's going to be as much fun to get it to take the battery as it was getting it out. Probably. Okay, that slides out of the way. I see. Apply. And you're greeted by the flashing lights of happiness and all that good stuff, right? It'd be cool if these were a little bit bigger, but you know, it is what it is, right? Let's see if I can get a better angle on this shit. Oh yeah, that's a better angle. Alright. Let me set this puppy down. I always like the TIE Fighter better though. You know, I'll say it. TIE Fighter always seemed like a better craft. This controller is a bit much. The controller's literally bigger than the drone. But you can tell by the controller stuff that the quality and stuff is good. Check this out. You start her up. Well, maybe you don't. Don't tell me I don't have any batteries in this thing, can you? Quality dim right here, boy. Haven't messed with this stuff in a while, you know. You know how it's cool how you open the box and it has that song and stuff where it does the shit from the movie. The controller here does the same thing when you go to put batteries in it. It'll say that the force is strong with you and insert 4 AA batteries into the controller, which is cool. But after it sits for a long period of time, it quits doing that. Until you put batteries in it and it builds a charge. You know, I guess it's got some kind of a charging little battery in there. It charges off of whatever. But right now, you know, gonna have to go find some AA batteries here. Hunting for the batteries, hunting for the batteries. I know I have some close by. I'll be back. That's one thing about it, man. Even in the days of battery packs, like we are now, granted, it's not as bad as it used to be. But if you're in the RC, just the amount of batteries that goes in your controllers alone can add up really quick. Well, hell, you guys know if you have firing system modules that use AA batteries, this stuff can add up at a really quick rate. I know each one of mine holds 4 AA's apiece, which is good, you know, cheap batteries, but still, when you've got 5 or 6 or 7 modules out there, it adds up. Especially, you got to get the good batteries, man. If you buy that cheap stuff, it just don't last. Tried to buy some. Yeah, pitch one time. Tried to buy some heavy duty dollar store batteries for my digital camera back in the day, right? I turned it on and it lasts 36 seconds. 36 seconds of brand new batteries. I'm like, these batteries gotta suck. I mean, Energizers, it eats them up pretty quick, but not 30 damn seconds. That's crazy. Alrighty then, finally. Got the battery in the remote. Let's start this puppy. Damn, startled. It does all kinds of crazy stuff on the controller as well. I don't know how to turn the music down. Maybe. Oh, let's see if we can sync it up.
X-wing engaged. Ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff. Hell yeah. Alright. Why are we not taking off? We don't want to use the auto takeoff either. Yep. Seems to be functional. Oh, I can check it out. I can control the display box from the remote. That's cool.
Systems check complete.
Sweet. All motors are functioning.
Watch for enemy fighters.
Sweet. This auto static shuts off. That's good. It's upside down. Try to figure out what buttons do what. That takes off.
Hold tight. Watch yourself. Oh my, you are quite a fine pilot. I'm on your 6.
I got armed weapon system somehow.
Weapon systems activated.
Weapon system activated. That's what I was looking for.
Watch yourself.
Oh, that's cool. The guns are on the side. That's what you'll shoot at the the TIE fighter with. Fortunately, all the motors in this one work. Nice. Hey, bird dude. I see you made it, brother. I was wondering if you fell asleep.
Training mode activated.
Training mode. Pretty cool little driver, man.
Weapon systems deactivated. Weapon systems activated.
Wait, guys. I'm looking forward to flying it. Cool, right? That's a weird sound when you turn it off. Makes you crazy. It's even got a rumble pack in it, which is nuts.
May the force be with you.
Sounds like a dog dying or something. I think I like the taillights on it the best. That's pretty cool. Now I want to go get the other one out of the box. After I set this damn camera down for a minute. Pretty sweet little drove, man. That's going to be some fun right there. I'm going to put some props on this and try it outside. I got all kinds of stuff to try. Try this and that big ass helicopter I got. You said you was tired, babe. Sometimes you gotta catch up on that rest. If you don't, it'll catch up with you. You know how that works. It will eventually. Although if you're like me, you're just glad when you finally are able to get a little bit of sleep. Oh yeah, man. This is a pretty cool set. The quality of all the stuff you can tell is really nice. Like the 2 batteries and stuff that comes with it. You get 2 instead of just 1. Charge both of them at the same time. And you get the blank, so it can look cool in the display box without having to worry about leaking acid all over the place. That's always a plus. I'll be right back. I gotta get the other one now. It's probably not going to do anything when I open it, though. Because you can tell it's got fingerprints and shit all over it, too.
You can destroy the Emperor. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
Still need to get some better cameras. Let me get this shit, damn it. Making my blood pressure act up trying to get this camera to sit still. All right. Oh no, I just tested the motors and make sure that they all worked. I'll do the test flight during the daylight outside. These little things will swarp outside like you wouldn't believe. You'd think being small, they wouldn't be really good outdoor flyers, but where they've got a lot of power, they fly really nice. Except for this guy here, I'm going to have to replace the motor on it. I always like the TIE fighters better for some reason. I mean, it's cool when it's flying because where these are clear, you don't see them when it's in motion. Oh, get in your hole. Where's my hammer? Oh, yeah, man. Being able to battle the two is the fun part. Try to shoot down somebody and keep it in the air at the same time. These are really advanced for their size. They have that ground sensing radar and stuff, and if they get close to the ground, stuff like that, it'll throttle up. It can sense some obstacles and stuff. There's a lot of cool hardware in these little guys. And the power to thwart too, man. I mean, they're not like one of them, what do they call them, one of them whoops, one of them super powerful drones, but they fly like one. They sound like it when they're in the air. They make that same whoop noise. It's hard to replicate, yeah. Dude, the cool part is the laser cannons where you can actually shoot at each other. Whoever gets the first 3 shots drops the other one and it goes to the ground and you win. But trying to fly and trying to shoot somebody and trying to get away and dogfighting one of these, if you had a couple of people that were really good pilots, that should be fun as hell. You can make a competition out of it. Oh God, man. You're going to eat your stomach lining off. Oh God, Red Bull. Oof, how could you drink that shit, bro? I can't drink it, not with my stomach. No, sir. That would not work out well at all. It tastes like battery acid to me. Not to mention that shit's expensive. Dude, I think you can fly. Yeah. Check out the website, propel.com. They have all the information and some videos. You can find all kinds of flight videos on YouTube about these little guys. They're really awesome. They just have a drawback. They go through motors pretty quickly. My TIE fighter was defective out of the box with a bad motor. When I hit the auto takeoff, it just went crazy across the ground. This stuff is hand painted, which is cool. And it's made to look dirty and stuff like that, like battle damage. And you get extra wings and all kinds of extra parts and stuff to replace it if anything gets damaged. You get pretty much like an extra everything or two with the kit. Because inside of them big boxes is stacked up like Chinese food, man. There's just all kinds of different accessory boxes with different stuff in it, which is always cool. Boxes like this. This one's your extra accessories, it says. Let's see what's in here. We got 2 sets of the clear props. This metal, pretty hefty piece of metal prop tool to prop them on and off. Some extra, I guess, laser cannons. Miscellaneous screws and gaskets and stuff. you guys buy any drones or anything like that, you'll learn pretty quickly that most of these companies don't give you extra anything. Sometimes you'll get an extra set of props, but then I've got quite a few drones and stuff. Some of the newer stuff you don't. You get like one set of props. That's it. You ought to hear these flying outside. The little TIE fighter actually sounds like it's from the movie. It makes that same droning noise. What happened to old Pyro Dude? You still around, man? There he is. Oh, yeah. These come with 2 sets, which is nice. You know, 1 set to bang up and then 1 set after you got a hang of it. These little guys here are pretty easy to fly. There's actually 1 more in the series. There's 3 of these in the collector series. The other one is the speeder bike, but I never did like the speeder bike. I might get it just to have the whole set, though. Hey, when I was a little kid, I grew up with this. I like Star Wars and Star Trek, but I grew up with this shit. I guess it's part of childhood remembering it. I remember going to the movie theaters and watching the Empire Strikes Back and stuff. I do take them out and fly them and stuff like that. I'll try to get a video of it if I can get my brother to film. See how well I can fly them, see how well they fly. Oh, yeah. I had a lot of the original toys. I wish I still did. That and the original Battlestar Galactica. I had a lot of their toys. Like the spaceship that fired the little red darts and shit that they got in so much trouble over some kid get choked. Kid shot the rocket down his throat and got choked. I mean, you know, damn. There's a reason kids like that don't make it. Not supposed to. It's natural selection, damn it. Quit helping stupid people. That's why we end up in the world we have today. People helping stupid people. That's why you got people making lift shells with 2 damn lift charges on the top and the bottom. So there ain't no way wrong way to load it. That's freaking stupid. Yeah, they used to have it a long time ago around here, but I haven't seen it since the, good God, probably the early 90s, late 80s. My favorite soda that I don't find very often is Birch beer. I love that stuff. It's got like a sassy fresh tea kind of taste to it. It's good shit. Tried some of that ginger beer. That stuff's spicy as hell. It's like drinking liquid fire. My brother, man, he messed himself up drinking them NOS energy drinks and staying up for days playing video games when he got hooked on World of Warcraft, man. He was staying up for 3 or 4 days straight, no sleep, playing that game, drinking those NOS energy drinks, smoking a shit ton of weed with me. But I was actually going and getting, 5, 6 hours sleep a night. He wasn't. He ended up on like a psychotic break and shit. And he ain't never been right since, for real. Whatever happened to him that night's messed him up to this day. I remember him all freaking out and shit and crawling around on the porch outside in the winter and wanting me to take him to the hospital. I'm like, man, I ain't going to the hospital. I'm stoned. So hell, you just tripping, you'll be all right. I didn't know he was having some kind of a caffeine-induced heart arrhythmia kind of freak out, panic attack kind of deal. I don't know. It wasn't good. He's done that before, you know. Some guys can't handle their shit. And go to sleep. Yes, indeed. Yeah, he didn't. That's what messed him up, man. That and the massive amounts of caffeine. I think he had a crash or something like they say in meth heads and shit. You know, but he don't do meth or anything. Yeah, check this shit out, dude. They found a bag of meth down there. My family's at the Family Dollar in one of the aisles. Bag of white powder. Staff and stuff comes and gets the bag, picks it up. They should have never touched it. I mean, hell, if that had been fentanyl, it can kill you just by touching it. They called the cops and had the cops come, and sure enough, it was a bag of meth. One understand it's a pretty good sized bag of meth too. Somewhere there's a tweaker having a really bad day. Seems to be like that shit's getting to be a problem around here, and it never was a big thing before, but ever since they cracked down on the opioid epidemic, as they call it around here, the people that were doing pills have switched over to meth, and meth is probably one of the only things that's worse than pills. I know it makes people really bad for stealing and shit. Way out in the country and stuff where my mom and them lives, there's been a rash of people going and stealing lawnmowers and generators and stuff. They say it does, man. I only tried it that one time, and it was too spicy for me. Not something you find any very common anyway. I got pulled over for a bottle of that stuff one time, going down the road drinking it because it was in a brown bottle, looked like a beer bottle, with no label on it. I drive by a cop drinking that stuff and wasn't really thinking about it until I got pulled over. I'm like, dude, it's not beer, it's a soda. I had the cap. I showed up like, damn, dude. I think that's what it was. I don't know. I remember it looked like a beer bottle, though. Sometimes a little country store down here, there's a little country bait store, and they sell that kind of stuff every now and then. You can order all that soda and stuff off of eBay, but you're going to pay a fortune for it. And lights just blink when they want to. That's weird. I'd say so, man. I can't have spicy food of any type, man. No peppers, onions, anything like that. My stomach's just too messed up for it. I eat like a very bland diet. Which really sucks to try to find different stuff to eat because I get tired of eating the same shit all the time. But if I don't, man, I'll pay the price. It's like tonight I was thinking, I'm like, damn, I like to go to Pizza Hut and get something, right? Nope. Last time I did that, I had heartburn and shit for 2 days. About that. Now I gotta think about shit like that. That sucks. I used to like to be able to eat whatever the hell I wanted to eat, you know? Of course, I made some pizza subs. It's probably just as bad. That pepperoni will get me later. Oh, hell, guys. Seems like everybody's still kind of sleeping. Thursday. At least it ain't Monday, right? Damn, little screwdriver's missing. These remotes are pretty cool, too. The ones that come with the Star Wars drones. I must have pulled it out and left it somewhere, but it's even got the screwdriver built into the side there to be able to take the door off and shit with. Pretty cool feature, which I might have already lost. I'm just not much of a collector. I pull stuff out and put it in different places and everything else. Hey, Paladin, I was just going through some of my drones, getting ready to do some flying whenever the wind dies down around here. Got my Star Wars collector's drones out. Saturday morning, huh? You'll see Ray Ray again before the 4th, won't you? I'm gonna hook up Ray Ray with some of them stickers I got, remember? Cool. I like these little collector drones, but haven't really got a chance to fly one yet because I had the TIE Fighter and right out of the box was bad. So I got to replace the motor on the TIE Fighter, but the X-Wing, all the motors are working and seem to check out fine. I'm going to put the props on it tomorrow and try to give it a test flight. From all the videos I've seen, they fly awesome, but you know, you never can tell till you're the guy flying it. If I feel like programming and calibrating and all that other shit to this CX-20, I might try it out. Might just pull out the ones I've already got that's set up, though. Calibrating the GPS for the first time and setting up all that stuff can be a pain in the butt. Shit. Tells you not to bring anything, huh? Cool. Yeah, from what I've ascertained, I'd say old Ray Ray's probably got one hell of a stash. They probably got more than all of us. Yeah, man. You ought to go through the earlier parts of my video and stuff like that and check out these drones, UFO. They're really cool. When you open the collector's boxes and stuff like that, these platforms that they sit on that's lighting up, they play different themes and different stuff from the music, from the movie, and then the controllers and stuff like that. It's got all kinds of effects. It's got even a rumble pack built into the remote, which is kind of cool. And these have laser cannons on it where you can get in a battle and shoot the other one down in combat. Whoever gets 3 hits wins. And the other one lowers down. You know, it'll just land itself more or less. But the laser cannons on the front and stuff like that are really cool. You You can tell by the remote control and stuff like that. These are quality drones. But the way it starts and stuff is crazy. It's even got a headphone jack built into the remote control. It has Bluetooth, where you can put a check this out. You pull this out here somehow. You pull this out on the top of the remote, and it's got a clamp that holds your cell phone, and then you can see the heads-up battle display and stuff like that, and your sights on the front, so you can shoot the other one down, which is really cool. And these flashing lights up here is your health meter. Once you get 3 of them, that's 3 hits, and you crash. Pretty cool drone. There's 3 of them in the set. You got the TIE Fighter, the X-Wing, and then you got the speeder bike. I got these 2. I don't have the speeder bike. Not yet, anyway. It was my least favorite, so I might get it, might not. Yeah, something like that, man. Just a little bit more advanced. They're really cool. Yeah, Paladin, when you open up the remote for the first time to put batteries in it, even with no batteries, it's got a little light that lights up, and it tells you, the force is strong or some bullshit, and insert 4 AA batteries and stuff, which I thought was cool. But they have wax seals and stuff that comes on the boxes, and I got the seals off without breaking them, or the collector's edition, serial numbered, hand painted, all that good stuff. You can look on eBay and find them. They're Propel Star Wars collector drones. I've seen them quite a large price range on them. I've seen sometimes a good deal on them, where these have been out for a few years. Sometimes you can find a really good price. Look up some of the flight videos, man. You'd be surprised on how well these things actually fly outdoors. I was. They have a lot of power for their size, but they do have the drawback of they do go through motors pretty quickly. Oh, cool, man. Bricks. Hell yeah. Those are collectible, aren't they? I don't know if it was you or somebody else was telling me that where they were labeled safe and sane and stuff like that, it made them collectible. Might have been that. I don't know. I lose track. But yeah, that's cool, man. It's a good score. Cool, man. I've never lit them before, man. I've got, well, you know how many I've got. I've got 2-3 packs. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4, but I haven't tried them yet. I wasn't going to light them if they were collectible. I don't know. I really like that all red celebration string with that little head bomb on it. Even the smaller string like that, where it's doubled up, you know that's cool. I would have definitely got a case of those. That's both cool and sad at the same time, bro. Both cool and sad at the same time. Yo, that's why I like to have them old thunder crackers from back in the day. Old horse brand and everything. You like them daisies, you get nothing but confetti when them sons of bitches, and it takes me back to like what the firecrackers actually was like when I was a little kid. Sometimes I forget that, hey, firecrackers didn't always suck. You know, I've just got used to them sucking for so long. To actually get into some of the sweet stuff that's floating around out there today, actually made firecrackers or boomers. You know, you can't really call them firecrackers, I guess, but actually made them interesting to me again. And I'd pretty much, other than throwing them underwater, didn't really care. Where they're digging out the place for a gigantic septic system for the new house and stuff up at my mom's. It's like 6 foot deep, full of water, big ass hole that they dug with the backhoe. Next time I go up there, I'm gonna do some depth charges, make some hellacious splashes in that water, bro. That is cool. Yeah, if you never know, man. Maybe the chance will come by again. You can always hope, right? I probably wouldn't have bought them where I'd never had them before. I wouldn't have known that they were that cool. I'd have probably passed on them just by looking at the, the generic kind of label that they have. And at that, and I've seen that. I've seen them things like everywhere all my life. I don't know why I never bought them. But for $50 for a case, I'd have probably bought them, yeah. They're cooler than I thought they would be. After I actually unrolled it and looked at it and shit, I'm like, damn, they were pretty nice. Yeah, I've done the same stuff, my friend. And I've also had it go vice versa too. Like Phantom with their Blue Streak rockets. My review is still up on their Phantom's website. Last time I checked like last year. They had this rocket called Blue Streak, and I bought a couple packs when I was up there 1 year, right? Got them home. Really nice blue kind of glitter effect, but they had a good boom to them. Sounded just like a nice little mortar shell, really, on a rocket. I'm like, damn, they were nice. So next year when I went back, I bought a shit ton of them, and they had nerfed them to where all they did after that would go up and go poof, just like a cheap glittering bee rocket, you know. I was like, son of a bitch. I wrote the review and I was like, yeah, these rockets were great. They were awesome until Phantom cut their balls off. Now they suck. I didn't think they would post it, but it's been posted for years. But yeah, them were good rockets. And then they cut their balls off right at the time that I stocked up on them too. Had a shit ton of crappy rockets. And paid premium prices, you know that. Yeah, I like those. And Wind to Sun Ring, pretty sweet. How's it going, Excel? How you doing tonight, man? Yeah, not bad. I was in there playing around with some of these. Next pretty day it's outside, I'm gonna go out and try to do some test flights. Try out this X-wing, see how well it does. I think it'll be a pretty cool to fly. And sound effects will probably get old pretty quick, but I'm sure there's a way to turn them off somewhere if I look at the instructions. Two batteries, hell, I'd be able to get the hang of it. Ah, damn, I was thinking about the Ring and Ring by Windows. I know they have a good one. I haven't tried the Maddox one. I haven't really had anything Maddox other than some firecrackers, I don't believe. Hell, man, I lose track. There's too much shit out. Automatically think a window when I think Ring and Ring, I guess. Cool. Huh. I think I watched the video demo. I'm pretty sure. I can't. I have no idea at this point. Really, I lose track, man. Crazy. I take in way too much pyro. Yeah, no, man. Way too many pyro videos. Like I can't keep track of who's stashed I've seen, who's I haven't, what's new, what's old. Shit, I don't know. I just like it all. I can pretty much tell you the stuff that sucks better than I can tell you what's good, you know? Just because I try to avoid that. I've done that, Paladin. I've got videos of my pyro drove where I put an electronic firing remote system on it. You have to go back to my old videos and check it out. It worked killer too. I've got one called Pyro Drone. I think it just shows how I set it up or just how I attached it. You know, it wasn't hard, but it worked perfect. Check out this drone. It's crazy looking. Shit. Got the anglerfish going on, man. Let's see where the hell's the power button on this thing. Got the red eye. That's what I need, the red eye. But once you turn the remote and stuff on, the whole body of this thing glows neon green. You'd think it'd be hard to fly with that configuration, where it's got two nacelles on the sides and then one on the front and one in the back. But this thing is actually really super stable. It flies killer. You wouldn't think it, but it flies great. For a toy quad. Oh man, don't tell me that bullshit. That's one thing we definitely don't need. Especially at them crazy sons of bitches. They've seen what we did to Iraq and they've been getting ready ever since. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. I mean, I'm talking about fucking 4th of July. I thought I was talking about. I was thinking about going to a war with Iran myself, but you know, I'm long, man. I'm looking forward to it. I always say there's several things I'd still like to have, but all in all, man, I'm pretty happy for the 4th. Can't really complain. Yeah, a man could make a killing if he wanted to sell some black market right now, couldn't he? No, hell no. But I'm afraid they're trying to start one. Almost can't remember the name of it, but kind of sounds like this torpedo boat bullshit that started Vietnam. Hopefully, nothing like that kicks off. Sinking it or attacking them oil tankers and shit like that. If they really are, that's not good. That's bad. But I think we're getting some shit started. That's what worries me. No doubt, man. No doubt. Fortunately, I got a lot of both, man. I got plenty of knives, 9-shot on a board, and I got plenty of drugs. Shit, no, we wouldn't either. Not there. Wouldn't be that easy at all. But let's hope we don't have to find out. I hope like hell we don't anyway, right? But everybody good. Yeah, I am. It looks like the same kind of bullshit they used to start the Vietnam War. That's what I'm afraid of. I think there's people looking there for a scapegoat, and there's nothing better to take attention off of shit than a war. I watch way too much news, though. Read too much information. I need to start studying less of that shit. Ebola outbreak. Oh, hell no. I hope not. I hope that's just some rumor and hearsay. Let's hope. That's some scary shit. Today, the weather's been just really insane. 1 minute it's raining like hell. The next minute it's sunshine and beautiful. 15 minutes later, it's dark again. It's like, damn. So I put together a 53 shot box rack downstairs today. I put the base coat of paint on it, primer, and I'm going to try to spray paint it some crazy colors and stuff like that, some reflective stuff. I got a blue and a red metal flake. I'm going to try to see if I can get it to come out on it and make it look good. 53 shots should be pretty sweet. It'll probably be part of it, yeah. That and this big 182 shot space attack cake. I'll probably combine it with that rack and maybe some side pieces at the same time. There's no space in between these tubes, so even running it with slow visco, it's going to be pretty quick. A 52 shot should last a minute. Then I got a 22 shot and a few 10s and other little odds and ends. Yeah, it'd be what I close with for sure. Throw in a few boom shells in there, some of them pink flamingos, some jawbreakers, and everything else. Actually, the box I had 52 regular fiberglass tubes in it, and it was still a little loose, and I put one of the 1-inch shells in there, so it's got a 1-inch tube along with it. So it's 52 60-gram cans and one 1-inch can. They're not bad, man. They're not bad at all. Them and them gold willow should be gold willow or fucking gold dragon or whatever the hell they are. Should be pretty good. You're not Paladin. Thanks for coming and joining us, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Booyah, booyah, boo. Yep. Put these bitches back in their boxes. Maybe the lights will finally turn on. Yeah. Cheesy poo fingerprints all over there. There we go. Charge that shit up to war. Sweetness. Yeah, I could do that for a little bit. Started at the 1. No, they haven't put the TNT tin up yet, man, but it's gonna probably see it probably on the 20th. Probably that's when it'll show up, probably around the 20th. If it shows up at all. But I figure they will. Oh yeah, they do. Grade A turds. That's what they got. That's alright. Let them sell their crap for now. I get my shit out, people will be like, uh-huh. Now we got a choice. I don't see how I can go wrong selling better fireworks for cheaper prices. It seems like a recipe for success for me. Yeah, man. I've been one of them before when I was younger, buy something TNT, especially them fountains back in the safe insane days. You know, TNT makes some, I have to say, some decent fountains now. But back in the day, they sucked. And they'd put like 5 pounds of friggin' concrete and sand and everything else in them. So when you picked them up, they were nice and heavy. You get them home and they've got like 2 tubes in it, sparkles and crackles a couple of times, and bleh. At least now they go on for a while, though. Back in the day, it was really sad. Hell yeah, man. I'm down. Definitely make somebody for a couple of weeks anyway. It's there to be made. Like I said, I got most of the ink, most of the smaller odds and ends and stuff already taken care of now. That stuff adds up. Definitely. Wow, man. We didn't have anything like that, I don't think. Not that I can remember. I remember the cones. I remember one day when I was a kid, well, maybe 12, 13, still a kid, but there's a new store that opened in my town. And it was like a Chinese export store. It sells all them cheap China tools and stuff like that. Kind of like a Harbor Freight, but really small. And they come from Florida or some shit. And they brought a whole truckload of fireworks and set it up in their store. I was in there buying mortar kits and rockets. And I was like, man, this is great. I went up to the Catarasco guys. I said, when did they change the law on this stuff? I'm like, this is awesome. I was buying all this shit. They didn't worry about how old I was or anything. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, fireworks been illegal in this state my whole life. Did they change it? They looked at each other and they're like, oh shit. About time I was leaving out the door with my bag of fireworks, the state troopers were coming through the door and they were taking out the fireworks in boxes. I was like, oh. But I at least got to buy from them once before they got shut down. Literally past the states on the way out the door. They wasn't getting my bag. Yeah, they act like well, it was kind of funny because they act like kind of assholes and stuff when I was telling them that fireworks are illegal, that I was a little kid that I didn't know what I was talking about, how adults treat kids. And I'm like, no, man, this is fireworks. I know what I'm talking about. They're illegal in this state. Believe me, I know. They're, giving me that look, being dickish. And the cops come in and like, oh, you can see it in their eyes. They're like, damn, he's telling the truth. I hope I didn't think I'd set them up. I didn't have nothing to do with it. But it was funny. I was telling them that they get busted for it. And then literally as I'm walking out, they do. I didn't look at it like that. Damn, they probably thought I was working for the cops. Well, guys, I think I'm going to get off of here, go stretch out, and play a video game or some stupid shit like that. I don't know. I might have to find one that I like. Hey, Marvelous Lighting, how's it going, man? I was just getting ready to sign off. Remember, I've got another giveaway that I'm going to pick the winner tomorrow night on. So if you haven't entered, try to do so if you want. You know the drill, guys. Thanks for coming and joining me. Have a good night, guys. Karma Sandwich. I was just signing off, but hello. I hope you guys have a good night, man. I was telling them I do have a contest going though. But I'll see you guys next time.